All right, let's talk about debt. Debt sucks. It's not fun. It can really stress you out. All right, so debt is such a daunting thing, right? It might seem like it's impossible to escape from. But let's say I have this balloon, right? Like you just saw, if I take this needle and I poke this balloon, it's gonna pop. What if I were to tell you that I could stick this needle inside this balloon without it popping? It's a lot like debt. It might seem impossible to overcome, but when there's a will, there's a way. Let me show you. Needle is inside the balloon. Debt can be overcome. Now watch the video to figure out how you can start the process to overcoming your own personal debt, or just avoid it in general. And remember that this is not financial advice. And we're gonna be talking a lot about number one, which is that you really need to understand your financial situation. Now, you're probably thinking, well, yeah, I know I'm in debt and I don't really know how to get out of it, so let's move on to the next step. And that's fine, but there's a lot more to understanding your financial situation than just realizing that you're in debt. You really need to know why you're in debt, what got you there, or what could get you there. So there are two main ways to pay off debt the fastest. Number one is you can increase your income, or two, decrease your spending. So why not try both? Now, there are a lot of ways to increase your income in general. Become a freelancer on Fiverr, websites like that. You can mow lawns for extra bucks, you can walk dogs, you could drive Uber, you can do Uber Eats, or get a second part-time job, or start some other sort of side hustle. There are lots of ways to increase your income so that you can get out of debt faster. So when you're thinking about decreasing spending, there's a couple of things you can look out for from the get-go. First, look into any car loan that you might have, right? Very often people have car loans on cars that they cannot afford, and a lot of their monthly paycheck is going into that car payment. And if they would have just bought a used car or a cheaper car, they'd be way better off financially in much less debt. Then a good place to look would be your fast food spending. I know fast food is so convenient and it's so easy and it tastes good. I am very guilty of spending more money than I should in fast food with my own personal spending, but you can almost always spend less money just cooking the food at home, buying groceries, buying the ingredients, and cooking it at home. You're gonna be saving a lot of money. And if you're in debt, it's definitely a good call. And then you'll kind of want to look at your recreational activities. You know, are you going to the movies too much? Are you spending too much on Amazon? Do you have really expensive hobbies? Maybe dial it back a little bit. Look at where you can save money or stop spending so much money on. Honestly, in my opinion, you're gonna want to prioritize your wants from your needs. That's probably gonna help you the most. And ultimately, I know that it really sucks. It's not fun, but you need to set a budget. If you don't know how to set one, I have videos that you can check out on my channel teaching you how to do that. So the second way that you can get out of debt fast is by finding a hobby. Now, I know that kind of sounds counterproductive, like, hey, generally hobbies don't make money and generally they cost money. But I will say that if you're doing something that you enjoy, which is generally a hobby, it's gonna help you feel less stressed out. Because honestly, if you have debt, you're probably more stressed than you normally are. So being able to find that release through a hobby or something like that is really gonna help you stay healthier, on top of it, make less mistakes. Because when you're stressed out, you tend to make more mistakes, whether that be in your day-to-day life with your relationships, or maybe even at work, you're gonna be messing up on some things, right? The less stress you have is generally gonna help you feel better. It's gonna help you be happier. So again, that finding a hobby isn't necessarily a cure, but it will make you a lot happier in the long run. So moving on to number three, and these kind of relate. If you could find one that mixes the two, that'd be great. But the third way to get out of debt faster is to exercise. Again, I know counterproductive, generally costs money to get a gym membership or something like that. But along with the hobby, exercise is gonna help you release stress. It's gonna help you be healthier. Because if you're sick and you're always feeling like garbage, it's gonna be hard to get out of debt. It's gonna be hard to keep grinding, to keep going to work, to find ways to make more money. So exercise really is gonna help you feel better. Honestly, take care of yourself. That should be your number one priority. Because if you're not taking care of yourself, it's hard to be in the right mindset to make money and pay off your debts. It's just gonna feel so overwhelming and it'll feel like you're trapped and that you can't get out. But honestly, exercise can have such a positive influence on your life. Now, I'm not saying that you need to go to the gym 2 hours every single day. That's crazy. I have a friend that does that. He's insane. Start small. If you're not generally going to the gym or you're not generally exercising, just try 15 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day. Start somewhere small and build your way up, right? Because going to the gym and exercising isn't necessarily fun for a lot of people. It's not fun for me, but it has such a positive impact on your life that I promise that it's worth it. You just really gotta take care of yourself. So there you have it. Those are my 3 tips on how you can avoid debt or get out of debt faster. Remember that this isn't financial advice, but before you go, please subscribe, smash the like button. I would appreciate that so much. Thank you. And honestly, just have a great rest of your day.